What's up, Pat? How are you?
I'm doing great, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, everybody. My name is Jordan Smith. I'm with iProv. We've got Patrick Laughlin over on this side. We figured out gallery view, so that'll make everybody excited.
Yeah, we're learning all about Zoom just like everybody else is these days.
Yep, I know. By the fifth or eighth one, we'll have this all figured out. So,
Yeah.
no, we appreciate you joining us. We want to talk about something today that we've been putting a lot of thought into, Patrick, since we started this, which is how to maintain company culture. We've also been getting some questions about that as well. So we want to just talk about some of the things that we're doing and also some ideas that we've heard. We're by no means perfect, but I think we've so far it's been rolling along fairly well considering all the circumstances. So.
Yeah, I think that I think the most important piece of feedback I've heard is just staying positive right now. I think you have to be transparent as leaders in the business that, things are tight and they're tough, and that the opportunities aren't like they used to be, but, make sure that you're sharing plans and that you're not just focusing on the hard stuff. We've actually had quite a bit of good stuff to focus on, and I think it's really important that when you are meeting with everybody on your team or you're having conversations that you do focus on those positives. We have a weekly meeting where we celebrate big wins, and I've been telling everybody for the last couple of weeks, now more than ever, it's important that everything that even looks like a win goes on that list. So yeah. I think that's really important is the positivity side of it.
Yeah, I would agree. And that's some of the things that we're going to talk about. So I think the first step is, making sure being positive. We've talked about our meeting structure before, and I'm sure we'll get more in depth in it. But one of the very first things that we do every single week is what are some of the big wins, and give everybody the opportunity to share it and give kudos to each, everybody else. It's like it's like a plant. The more you feed that thing, the more people will start to share big wins that other people have done to help them make their job a little bit easier. So I think that's super important.
Yeah.
Second, some of the stuff we're doing here. Every meeting that we have is a video call. We're missing some of that. Our organization has mostly been we're in the office if you can help it, right? So I know for me as an extrovert, and even the ones that are introverted, we miss kind of that time where you get to walk by the office and talk to somebody about their day or just see somebody face to face. So we've been utilizing, I think every organization has been doing this, or a lot of them, been utilizing Zoom and video calls a lot more often.
Yeah, it's really, what's funny about it is, the tools have been around for a long time, but I don't think I used them nearly as much as I am now. And even like simple stuff like conversations with vendors where, a couple months ago, it would have just been a phone call because, why go through the trouble? But I can see this becoming like the new sort of way that we do things, because it is nice to see somebody's face and to sort of be able to read the context. But let's really talk about the culture stuff that we're doing. And I know that you've heard some things from other companies and some of your friends. I've heard some things too. So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing to try to maintain some of the fun of working in marketing.
Yeah. One of the things that we've still kept, which is on Fridays, we would always do just kind of a team happy hour. So starting at 4:00, somebody does a knowledge share, just something interesting that they know, or maybe a skill that they have that they use outside of work. And then right after that, we hop into a company happy hour where we usually do snacks and beer and drinks and that type of stuff. Well, we've kept that with the video call. So on Friday, 4:30, everybody stop working. Let's all hop on Zoom, and everybody's face is up there. Most everybody has a drink in their hand. They come with the drink in their hand, sometimes half full. I don't know what that's about, but it's an opportunity for us to keep some of that sense of normalcy, but also kind of sit around and celebrate the week's successes and just have fun and have conversations that aren't work related for the last 30 minutes of the day. And I know I know not only for me, but a lot of folks, you start looking forward to it once Friday hits and it's about 2 o'clock. You start looking forward to kind of seeing everybody at once and getting to talk to folks you may not have talked to that much during the week.
Yeah, and it's interesting. One of our sort of sister companies, our technology company, they had an annual review of one of their techs last week, and he told RJ, our CEO, if it weren't for 4:30 Friday, I might go looking somewhere else. But it's that ingrained in the culture.
Yeah.
And so you love to hear that, and you don't want it to go away just because we can't do it the way we've always done it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it has been really fun.
No, it's been super fun, and that's part of the thing that we also talk about too, is trying to maintain those that sense of normalcy that we had whenever we were in the office. So Pat, talk about what we're doing during the week with some of that stuff.
Well, I mean, really our weekly schedule hasn't changed much. We always had a morning huddle where we reviewed what got done yesterday and we set priorities for the day. That's still happening every morning at the same time. Now we're just sort of seeing what everybody looks like in their pajamas, because not everybody dresses for that meeting, and that's fine.
Yeah.
We're still doing sort of our normal cadence of client meetings each week. Now they're just through Zoom, and we're doing our normal planning meeting every Friday. And the other nice part about it is it's given us a little bit of an opportunity to clean up some things that we knew needed to be cleaned up, but just never felt like there was space to get it done. And so now it does feel like there is a little more space to do some of that. And that's where a lot of the collaboration is happening is, hey, we know something's kind of not working right. Working like this has made that come to the surface. And so we're fixing things a lot faster.
Well, and something that you mentioned too, which is our normal schedule really hasn't changed. And there's something to be said for maintaining continuity in a time of chaos like this. And even though the entire situation and our environment's changed, structure, and people don't often associate structure, with that kind of sense of community and building that camaraderie and company culture, but it really is. So I think just kind of keeping that normal structure, Pat, that you've brought into iProv has helped a lot. So still having the morning meetings, we added an afternoon touch in, that more often than not, sometimes is just a place for employees to blow off steam for a second. Because 2 in the afternoon, they haven't really talked to anybody. Their heads have been in their laptops, since 9 o'clock in the morning. So. But just maintaining that and maintaining kind of a work time stoppage too, right? We understand that things happen, but when the clock hits 5:36, take a break, guys. You gotta,
Yeah, I would say that's been the hardest thing for me personally is now that my office is my house and my house is my office, it's a whole lot harder to sort of hit that stop button.
Well, because you're always at work instead of always at home.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah. And so, I think that's one of the things that I've been encouraging people to do, though, is to step away, don't answer, stuff that can wait till tomorrow. And I think that people listen.
I think so
I hope
too.
that they do. Because the other downside to this is it's really easy in times like this to just get completely burnt out. It's already sort of stressful. And then you add a lot of work hours to it. It can cause a lot of burnout, which is why I've heard of some really interesting things that other companies are doing too, similar to 4:30 Friday. But one of the things that I heard that I liked was there was another agency that I've got a friend at that's doing team lunches every couple of days. So they just have an open Zoom call. You can hop on, you can eat your lunch together and sort of blow off steam, see how everybody's doing. I thought that was kind of interesting and fun.
That is fun. I've heard about another group doing the same thing with Netflix, where they watch a silly show at the end of the day on Friday, kind of really similar, but it's an opportunity, if everybody's burnt out and they don't want to talk, it's just they pick something stupid that's 20 minutes on YouTube and they all watch it together and talk about it. But the same thing with the lunches thing. If you've got somebody in the office that usually kind of takes a break and does yoga in the afternoon, see if they want to invite the team. And it's easy to, set up a camera and kind of do kind of a group unwind, a little workout like that. So there's some neat ideas out there, and we're looking and learning too. So if you have any, send them our way, or we'd love to hear about what you and your office is doing to maintain company culture right now. Because it's important that the work gets done. It's important that everybody still feels secure and safe in their environment, that they feel productive, but it's real important that they're having a little bit of fun with this. I mean, if it's all a grind, then like Pat said, it's going to be a burnout factory. So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, all right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Joe. Good to see you.
All right. Thanks, Pat. See ya.